Imagine being locked in a dark cell, tortured, starved, stripped of your dignity. You're not allowed to scream. You can't cry. There's no guarantee you'll survive. But somehow, you don't break. You rise, not with anger, not with violence, but with the unshakable force of Stoicism. This is the story of the prisoner who became a philosopher, and how pain, when mastered, can turn into purpose. In 1965, Vice Admiral James Stockdale was shot down over North Vietnam, parachuting into enemy territory. He knew what awaited him: torture, isolation. But as he hit the ground, one thought crossed his mind. I am leaving the world of technology and entering the world of Epictetus. He wasn't just a warrior, he was a philosopher, and he was prepared, in a way few others were. Stockdale was thrown into Hoa Lo prison, later called the infamous Hanoi Hilton. He was beaten, crippled, dragged for confessions, isolated for weeks. He broke his own leg, just to avoid being used as propaganda. And yet, he became the moral center of that prison, a leader for hundreds of captured Americans. Most prisoners fell into despair, but Stockdale adapted. He turned the teachings of Epictetus, the ancient Stoic slave, into weapons of the mind. He reminded himself, you don't control events, you control how you respond. Pain became data, torture became training, fear became fuel. So, years later, Jim Collins coined it the Stockdale paradox. You must never confuse faith that you will prevail in the end, with the discipline to confront the brutal facts of your current reality. Stockdale didn't pretend it would be easy. He knew it might never end, but he chose to endure with clarity and courage. He taught fellow prisoners codes to resist interrogation, taps on the wall to maintain sanity, silent rebellion, mental resilience. The core of it all? No man is free who is not master of himself. Epictetus Stockdale embodied that freedom, even in chains. After 7 brutal years, Stockdale was finally released. He returned, not as a victim, but as a living testament to Stoic power. His body was broken, but his mind, sharper than ever. He would later say, I never lost faith in the end of the story. You don't have to be a soldier or a prisoner to suffer. Modern life is its own battlefield. Stress, isolation, failure. But what if, like Stockdale, you trained your mind before the storm hit? What if pain didn't destroy you, but defined you? That's the Stoic way. Don't wish for easy, wish to be strong. If this story moved you, if it made you reflect, then Mind Atlas is where you belong. Subscribe, like, and share this with someone fighting their own silent war. Because stories like these aren't just history, they're blueprints for the soul. In a world obsessed with comfort, remember the prisoner who smiled through pain, the warrior who studied philosophy, the man who lost his freedom, but never his mind. Be like Stockdale, endure with dignity, rise with reason, and walk, even through fire, with peace in your heart.